Actor Harrison Ford crashed a small plane recently in Santa Monica. He was actually taking off from the Santa Monica airport when the small single-engine plane had engine failure. So according to reports, Harrison was flying a World War II vintage plane, which had engine trouble upon takeoff. He had no other choice but to make an emergency landing, which he did safely. So that was a statement that was released by one of his spokespeople. However, official reports say that he failed to reach the runway, crash landing instead on the approach to the 8th tee. He actually crashed on a golf course, okay?
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, he is injured, but he is still alive. He's expected to make a full recovery. When paramedics arrived, they said that he was conscious. He was, able to follow their orders and everything was fine. However, there were miraculously doctors on the scene. They were playing golf, and they said that he was moaning in pain, but he's going to be fine.
Well, that's sort of the stereotype, is that doctors are always at the golf course. It's awesome. It actually worked out.
Yeah.
And it's funny because if you don't live in the area, of course, you don't know anything about this, but Santa Monica, I think we might have discussed this in an edition of Old School with Ben, because Ben lives in Santa Monica, and I was making fun of him for that. They're having this big debate about the airport because everybody else is annoyed because the planes keep taking off, and it's only small.
It is annoying. Yeah. I lived right next to it.
And it's only small private planes, and the people who own them are incredibly rich, and oftentimes celebrities like John Travolta and Harrison Ford. So people are like, we're all suffering so that John Travolta and Harrison Ford can get their kicks. And then you see this and you're like, he's flying that plane? What is that? I mean, he's just having fun. Nothing wrong with that, but it gets everybody else in Santa Monica like, I knew it! He's just goofing around and then he crashes and all this stuff. But I like the idea of the rich people in Santa Monica fighting with each other. Like the people on the golf course, before this accident even happened, hate the airport because they're trying to play golf, but it's making a lot of noise. So it's like one set of Ardu Declare versus another set of Ardu Declare. Oh, Ardu Declare, you're interrupting my golf game. In other words, Ardu Declare, you're interrupting my airplane flying. Okay, so it's like the most annoying fight in America.
Yeah, and there was a really vicious debate at a cheese and wine tasting about this incident.
The best part of the story.
You got your cheese in my wine. You got your wine in my cheese.
The best part of the story is that people are saying he's a hero because he didn't crash into any houses. I mean, he was like a rich old guy who's basically driving a rich old plane, and people are like, well, he didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
So he's a hero.
Yeah, hero. Hannah, you're 1,000% right. And then his son said...
He rescued Luke. He is a hero.
His son, Ben, who's a chef in Los Angeles, I assume that's Ford's filling station, which is delicious, by the way. But he said, he's every bit the man you would think he is. He's an incredibly strong man. Okay, I got news for you.
He survived a crash landing. That is impressive.
No, it is impressive that he survived a crash landing, but like, I'm actually now going to side with you, Jink. I don't think he should have been flying that plane to begin with. It's a plane from 1942.
Right.
And also, FAA records show that the plane was built in 1942 and was certified airworthy until October 31st of last year, which means he shouldn't have been flying that plane.
Hey, okay, it may not be much to look at, but it's got it where it counts. Hopefully the Star Wars fans get what I'm saying there.
Okay.
But I want to be on the exact opposite side. It's a propeller-driven plane with open cockpits from World War II.
Sounds safe.
I don't care. It sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Flying an open cockpit propeller-driven plane
and murder people.
He dodged it.
Murder people.
Yeah,
Making him a hero.
because he
That
has
is impressive.
practice crashing planes. This is like, what, his third crash or something like that?
Second
Is it really?
crash.
Second crash, yeah.
He crashed a helicopter earlier.
So he has practice.
Wait until this guy gets in a blimp.
Now, the earlier crash back in '99, he was flying with a flight instructor. In this case, he was flying Han Solo. Okay, now, let me give you my real opinion. By the way, Ben, I like your restaurants, but that your comment makes no sense. He's an incredibly strong man, as I would expect. Well, I didn't expect that at all. He's an actor, right?
Yeah, but
like he's not
Indiana
actually
Jones.
Han Solo
He's
or
Indiana
Indiana Jones.
He's Han Solo.
I know, but that's not.
Yeah.
He's actually a person. Anyway,
I'm sorry, Jake, I always get frustrated by people's criticisms of things that are naturally going to happen. If you don't want to hear airplanes, don't move by the airport. Maybe some people don't have a choice. I get that. But you're going to move by the Santa Monica airport and go, I can't believe these rich people keep flying their Cessnas and their single-engine planes at the fucking airport. Where are they supposed to do it? From their house? And then also when people move by the freeway. Oh, my God. I live by the 405, and all I hear is traffic. You live by the fucking 405. What did you expect when you moved by the 405?
Wait, JR, though, that's fine for the people near the airport, but the people at the golf course, how could they have expected there would be a bogey incoming?
That was jank bad.
It's on radar.
Again, I mean, it's not often that I'm going to side with, I don't know, the rich that do random things that you don't have to do. But Dave, that's why you're rich. I would love to fly. I wouldn't have flown this plane that's rickety and falling apart.
Yes.
But they talk about the general noise. Dude, if you didn't want to hear the noise, hey, I got an idea. LA is a very large city. Move somewhere else.
I would like to take this opportunity to also agree with JR, okay? I am against those who are complaining about the airport because that just doesn't make any sense. However,
you don't like the planes or the
like flying a plane from 1942 that is deemed unflyable, okay, since October 31st is unacceptable. You're not just putting yourself in danger, right? Which, by the way, you should have the liberty to do, but you're putting other people in danger, which pisses me off. Like, thankfully, the crash landing was relatively safe.
No, you're totally right. I mean, he's 72, the plane is 73 years old. Both of these things should not be operating at 35,000 feet. Like, just no.
Okay, now, the funny thing is, after all this, I still haven't said the thing that everybody's waiting for me to say, right? If you're Young Turks longtime viewers, you might already know, but no, my pet peeve is rich people in small planes, okay? And if you're misinterpreting, though, what I've been saying all along for all these last 13 years. I'm not against them. They can do whatever they want. I'm doing a warning to them. Don't fly them. Like, rich people die in small plane accidents. That's what happens. It happens all the time, okay? Now, poor people don't die in those accidents because they don't have planes, right? That's why it's a rich man's problem. But rich men think that they're on top of the world. On the plane, they kind of literally are, right? But then they think that I'm invincible. I will fly a 1942 plane that is not certified. I am Hansel Washington, right? So don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, like, if I ever am lucky enough to get rich, somebody tries to get me in a plane that's anything less than a 747. Oh, that's all right. Thank you, buddy. I see what you're doing. I see you. Not buying it.
Just stop having fun with your weird hobbies and live a vanilla life, okay? Because you don't want to die.
I have to make 3 last points.
Oh, I hope one of these is my last point.
They're super quick. Number one, I just talked to someone today complaining about fire engines. She lives next to a firehouse. Okay. Number two, JR's right. Every single person in Santa Monica has a choice. Like, if you lived in Cleveland, you live in Inglewood, you might not, you were born there, you don't have a choice, you don't have options, etc. Everybody in Santa Monica's got a choice. You didn't have to live next to that airport, okay? And number three, show a picture of JR.
I know what you're going to say.
That's right. John got it at the same time I did. I like the ego of JR, that he's got a picture of JR behind him. So it's a double JR. All other people in the picture are blocked, so it's just JR and JR.
It's his conscience over. Is that good JR or bad JR, though?